What's up, MMA fans? Welcome back to MMA Ground and Pound, the YouTube channel with all the latest MMA news. Dana White double standards. Following their wins at UFC 293 during their post-fight interviews, both Manuel Kape and Charles Radtke used homophobic slurs. Kape directed his offensive remark towards New Zealand rival Kai Kara-France, and Radtke aimed his at the crowd after he was booed. Both fighters have since apologized, but it was Dana White's response that angered fans.
Manel's post-fight speech used a homophobic word.
Yeah, I was flying around a little bit tonight. I think these guys get, get a little excited, and you make bad mistakes. Radtke did the same thing, and you know me. We didn't run over to him and say, you better apologize and you better. He did that on his own. When he got back stage, he was embarrassed and, got caught up in the moment. And did you guys talk to him tonight? No. So he felt like he was treated like shit and, all that stuff. And, got emotional and whatever reason. We make mistakes. I am not holier than thou either. So we've all been in positions where we've made mistakes. And like I always say, it's how you recover from it and how you carry yourself after you make the mistake. And he came out and apologized on his own free will. We didn't tell him to do anything, and the fact that he did that means he means it. I don't make anybody apologize for anything. You do what you want. You're grown men and women. You're able to say whatever you want. He did it. He came back. He was embarrassed, and he apologized. So I'm sure some people will accept his apology and some people won't.
White was quick to forgive Manel Kape and Charles Radtke, but some of you may remember back in 2013 when a similar incident happened with Nate Diaz. Diaz was fined $20,000 and suspended for 90 days for using the same homophobic slur in a Twitter post. The UFC said Nate violated the fighter's code of conduct. Do you think it's fair that White and the UFC have blatant double standards? Comment below. Strickland dethroned Israel Adesanya. Adesanya and Strickland faced off for their highly anticipated fight during UFC 293's main event. The fight started off with both fighters feeling each other out. Then late in the first round, Strickland landed a punch, sending Stylebender to the ground. Despite falling to the ground, Adesanya gets up but looks as though he's just trying to survive. Strickland ended up outstriking Izzy for the remainder of the fight, and he took 4 out of the 5 rounds. Tarzan won by unanimous decision, making him the new middleweight champion.
23 years. When I'm looking at the internet and reading all the bullshit and all these people that think they know about fighting, and I'm not fucking sitting here acting like this is what I thought was going to happen here tonight. But what do I always say? Never judge a fight until it happens. You never know what the hell is going to happen in this batshit nutty sport.
Would you say this is one of the biggest upsets in the history?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about Australia, the 2 biggest upsets ever in the men's and women's division has happened in Australia.
Following his victory that shocked MMA fans everywhere, Strickland had a few words to share with the world. A simple "thanks everyone" on Twitter, followed by a more heartfelt thank you to fans on his Instagram.
After every fight, win or lose, I always take a video for you guys. You guys support me when I fail. You guys support me when I win. This fight happened because all you guys reaching out. You guys made this fight happen. So my team, my training partner, my fans, thank you guys. On to the next.
After Strickland thanked his supporters, he made another post where he jokingly said that it was years of abuse from his father that made him the man he needed to beat Adesanya.
Yeah, thank God for child abuse, right? Fuck yeah. Let's go, childhood traumas and repressed memories. You got me to where I needed to be, man. Like, fucking dad, you're fucking awesome, man. All of the years of abuse, you really made me the man I had to be today. I don't fucking know, you guys.
After losing his title to Sean, Israel Adesanya posted a candid video on Instagram letting everyone know he's still thriving.
Woo! It's not that bad. Nothing broken. A little touched up. Nah, we graded, baby. Still thriving. It's all good. I hate losing, but I love living. And I'm thriving, so yeah.
Did you catch this fight? Did you expect Sean Strickland to take the win, or were you as shocked as we were? Comment below. Sean Strickland's DMs leaked. Dillon Danis leaks DMs from the new middleweight champion Sean Strickland. Danis shared screenshots on his Twitter of a private conversation he had with Strickland. The conversation starts off with Strickland saying, "Yeah man, but you still gotta look yourself in the mirror. Go read your comments. The whole world thinks you're a joke. You gotta look yourself in the mirror at night and know that most people on this planet dislike you. If you ever wanted to check out one day, well, no one would blame you for taking that way out. In a lot of societies, that's the honorable thing to do in your situation." To that, Danis replies, "Lick my balls, bitch. I'd literally hold you down and make you lick my arse." Strickland responds with, "Yeah, sure, Dillon. Have a good one, man. Hopefully one day you take my advice. You know it's the right thing to do." Dillon follows with, "You can't go around fighting people, not how life works, so I'm gonna have to handle you. You do know in a real-life fight, I'd take you down in probably 5 seconds." Strickland closes with, "Sure, man. You know where to find me, troll." Who do you think would win in a fight between these two, Dillon Danis or Sean Strickland? We have our money on Strickland. Let us know in the comments below. If you like our videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button so we can keep them coming. Alex Pereira takes no credit for Sean Strickland win. Sean Strickland may have shocked the world when he beat Israel Adesanya, but Alex Pereira wasn't surprised by his victory. Alex Pereira took to Twitter to congratulate his training partner. "I told you guys, but nobody believed me. Congrats, Sean Strickland. You deserve it." Former champion Pereira previously knocked Strickland out at UFC 276 last July, and Tarzan spent some time training with him in preparation for his fight with Adesanya. Pereira, who holds a knockout win over Israel, says he isn't the reason Strickland is the new middleweight title holder. He credits all Strickland's hard work training that paid off when he stepped into the octagon. I noticed in the comments of a past video that a lot of you guys were saying that I was backing Sean Strickland just because we're buddies now. Because I trained with him so naturally, I got to support him. I couldn't separate my personal feelings from business. But here's what I told you guys. I spent a few days training with Sean Strickland and I got to see how talented he is. Strategies, how tough he is. I got a better understanding of this from training than from actually fighting him. Another thing, there are so many people saying, "Oh, Sean Strickland trained with Pereira, and that's why he won." But hey, let me clarify, I had nothing to do with it, okay? He won on his own. It's totally his success, because he's such a dedicated guy with a unique style, and he really showed us what he's got in his fight with Adesanya. So the credit is all his. I had nothing to do with it despite the days he spent training with me. Earlier this year, Pereira made the decision to move up the light heavyweight, after losing his middleweight to Adesanya at UFC 287. Since then, he beat Jan Blachowicz in his 205-pound debut at UFC 291, and he said he was not ruling out a return to middleweight. But now that Sean is the new champion, Pereira seems to have had a change in plans. After the fight results, Poatan posted this to his Twitter account. "Seems like my plans to go down one more time to middleweight ran out." Do you agree this win is all Sean's, or does Alex deserve some credit? Let us know in the comments below. And that wraps up the news. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to catch all the latest MMA news. Here are the top comments from our last video. One fan said, "Everyone's acting like it's Sean's fault that Izzy jacked his dog." And another was heartbroken about Joe Rogan's absence. If you want to be featured in our next video, all you have to do is comment below.